G'day guys and welcome to Lawn Dreams. Today we are going to be doing a bit of a top dress with washed pit sand on the new TifTuf. This TifTuf's been down for about 4 or 5 weeks now. You can see in another video here where we actually cut up this turf from a friend's place. Relocated it via the 6x4 box trailer. Probably remember the buffalo lawn that used to be out here. Which I actually cut up with a turf cutter and sold. I'm not going to go too heavy with the top dress, just to sort of get it smoothed out a little bit. Obviously increase that drainage as well and give it a better sort of surface coverage for the runners to grow across. I'm in two minds about mowing it because it's not a heap of green, but it's just going to make the top dressing so much easier. You'd like to have as much green and leaf growth at the top there to be revealed above the sand, obviously to help it to recover. I'm also going to do a bit of a top dress out the front that I use the Pro Plugger to transplant. I actually just picked up the old rotary from the local mower centre. She's got all new blades, it's had a full carby clean out, new pull starter installed. Tight straps, guys. Really well rooted down now, as you'd expect after 5 weeks. A little bit lumpy in spots. Bit of fallout here from where I had to fix a leaking sprinkler head. What do you think, Ralph? Sure. The old rotary's running beautifully after a service. Probably been about 4 or 5 years since its last service. See how much we've cut away there. Not expecting a lot. Pretty minimal, really. We're sort of getting towards the end of summer here. What I put into it, I guess, really is I've been trying to be really diligent with the kelp extracts, so the Seaweed Secrets. Plenty of soil wetter. I've also given it a bit of a fertiliser with a fast release granular fert, and then a couple of weeks later I put a slow release onto it as well. Pulled out the old farm fresh today. There you go, Brooksy. Cheers, mate. Actually getting a little bit late in the season for a top dress, so like I said earlier, not going to go too heavy, but a scalp considering the time of year. This is the sand I'll be using for that. Got it from a local supplier just around the corner. It's 1.2 square metres here. Cost me, I think, $130 to get it delivered. It's a fine washed pit sand. You will see little stones and pebbles in there and stuff. It's a bit hard to avoid, but that's a really sort of fine sand. So you can use organic matter, such as a topsoil or something. Topsoil is probably better for putting nutrients back into the lawn, whereas washed sand like this is purely for levelling and for drainage as well. I guess organic top dressers like a soils and stuff can break down, so you lose that levelling over time, whereas this stuff just stays obviously forever, and it also makes the composition of your existing soil a little sandier for that free draining. Also going to put a thin layer over the front here. This is the area that I use the Pro Plugger. It was originally just this 15 square metre patch here that I've shown you guys in other videos. These are the plugs that I put down before Christmas, so it was still, I guess, right in the prime area of growing season. There's a few weeds and stuff here that I've had to sort of keep on top of. Not too worried about that. So once the turf gets established, I can start hitting it with some more chemicals and stuff and selective herbicides, as well as hand weeding to control that. This section here is a little bit more stagnant. A few bits of sort of summer grass coming through and paspalum. They're really, really well established, these plugs here, but they're just not spreading out because it's not the prime growing season. So I'm hoping I get a bit more coverage here in the lead up to dormancy. These plugs have been down for probably 6 weeks. Whereas they've been down for probably 9 weeks. I'm trying to mow a bit to encourage lateral growth. We got the fleet of wheelbarrows here. I'm going to try the Ben Sims flick. I'm a newbie to this. Go easy on me with the technique. Flick, a bit more of a lofted dump. with this top dress. I'm only going to apply it to the area where the plugs are. Rightio, now it's time to get spreading. Old soil spreader. I'll get out the trusty industrial broom and really look to work it even further in between all the blades, and I really just want to get as much grass and green exposed to the surface as possible. The art of camouflage. It's good if you can leave the sand out once you've sort of thrown it over for a little bit to dry out in the sun. It'll make it a little bit easier to spread, a little less weight in it too. That's going to be it for today, I think. Got most of it smoothed down with the soil spreader. I'm going to chuck on the sprinklers now, soak it in a bit more, come back and hit it again in the morning. See you then. Today's Sunday. You know what Sunday means? It means we've got to spread some more sand, get it all under the canopy, right? Reveal those grass blades.
I'm gonna do it.
So let the grass get sun, and so it will grow. Is that right? High five. Fist pump. Pretty rough and ready spread, but most of the plugs are sticking through. Just have to take out a ton of that power anoa. Super annoying stuff. There's still a heap left. I tried to hit it with some irrigation through the old Skydrop app. Start washing this stuff in. Here we are guys, 2 weeks on from the top dress. Most of that sand is below the canopy. I just gave it a quick mow with the rotary before. Not a heap came off, it's just a handful or two of you know, fluffy bits of grass off the top there. So safe to say that we are pretty much in close to dormancy. Got a bit of kikuyu coming through here. You can see it's yellowing off a bit there. I did give it a spray with bow and arrow three days ago. It'll be interesting to see how this goes through winter to keep on top of this. But that's all guys for this episode of Lawn Dreams. You have yourself a lovely day. Tight stripes guys.